Good morning, single mom Samantha Berry. Peace. It is, maybe I shouldn't do that piece, but I want peace. It is 9:44, Sunday morning, August 17th, 2025. I am sitting in my little living room. I tried to make a video in here last night, but it's just the lighting, and I really don't know what I'm doing. I have to try to make a video today. There's my plants back there. You can't really see them. I'm watering some of them in the bathtub. I don't have a lot of room here. There's my wandering Jew right there. It's coming nice. My snake plant I'm going to do a thing on some plants and some cooking and some stuff. And I am going to make a proper video together and edit it and see what I can come up with. Right now I'm doing just a bunch of shorts and just trying to get used to talking, and it's a little harder than it looks. So that's all. Sorry, that sounded really weird. Anyways, I want to talk about this. I've been watching a lot of different cases on YouTube, and this is, Brianna Machola. And this is her son, Corey Machola. And this is the boy's father. I'm so bad with names. Christopher McGregor. No, sorry. Christopher Gregor. No, Mick. Christopher Gregor, Brianna Machola, and their biological son, Corey. His biological father is charged with abusing his son to death. This is the treadmill abuse case. He is caught on video changing the speed and making his son run and run and run. His son was beaten to death, and he is charged with first-degree murder. He will be found guilty. I'm not sure of his sentence. I should know that. I'm so sorry. What I'm trying to get to, I know a lot of details about the case. This is my problem. I know a lot of details. I've got a lot of stuff written down that I can say, you know, when it happened. He wasn't in his son's life till the little boy was 4 years old. He was not. There was a paternity test done, and he was finally proven to be the boy's father, and then the judge gave him residential rights where the child lives with him. She was not working. Shocker. It's very hard being a single mom and trying to work and go to school, and she had financial stuff. She was 16 when she got pregnant. 16. He was 21 years old, and she said he sexually assaulted her. He had gotten her drunk, given her drugs, and he was sleeping with her. But he said he didn't really like her. She was too trashy for him. He didn't, even after they had their son, he didn't want to be seen places with her. He didn't treat her very good. Then there was a paternity test done when the child was 4, and he was in the son's life. By 6, this boy would be beaten to death. She reported him several times for child abuse. She went to the right places. She told the right people. Not much happened. And ultimately, I mean, I could play it. I can play parts and go through the whole case. Ultimately, he was beaten to death. That's the bottom line. He's in jail, and she's devastated. She's got a Facebook justice page for her son, for Corey. She is with another man now, has had her daughter, is moving on with her life, but she's heartbroken. He's in jail. Corey's gone. So what I want to get to, what my point is the very beginning, the sexual assault. Nobody talks about it. She mentions it. He doesn't deny it. It's just brushed under. And I don't see how he was ever given custody of a child that he made via an assault. I find a lot of things, the victim, the beginning of it, the female, just never seems to have the right rights, or have her rights. I'm not saying it properly. I'm sorry. I'm struggling with this. But over and over again, I see how, and I know I'm a female, so I'm biased to this, and I'm a single mom, but over and over again, I see how women don't get their rights, how it's just ignored. She was assaulted by him. That should have had some weight. He should never have been given custody. If anything, her parents should have been given custody, and then slowly somebody working with these guys to teach them how to co-parent. But he had violent tendencies from the very beginning. There was a violence issue, and he should never have been given custody of his son. Within 2 years, and she noticed several bruises, several marks, reported it, and none of it mattered. It was too late. He shouldn't have been given custody to start off with. The child was with the mom for 4 years. There was not an issue. Not an issue. There was no problem till he was in the picture. And then he was given more rights than she was. How does that work? He assaulted her. They made a baby. He ignores her for 4 years. No child support, no help. He doesn't get charged, nothing. A paternity test is done. It's proven that what this woman was saying was true because he was denying paternity, calling her a liar. The list goes on and on. Paternity's proven. And then he gets custody of the little boy. And she would have to drop him off if he was late. If she was late, he was penalizing her. When she dropped her son off that day at the gym, he couldn't even get in. And then when you see what the little boy went through when he enters the gym with his father, it is so sad. He's beat to death. He's dead within a week of that. I should know the correct amount of days and stuff. I'm so sorry. I could have played parts of it. You know, I may still do the video on that. But I just see always a lack of female rights. Over and over and over and over. Case after case. Every time I'm looking at something, and I've gone through something also where my rights, you know, just didn't seem to be what they were supposed to. I'm trying not to be, you know, I did receive some help, but it wasn't what it was supposed to be. My hair looks awful, I'm sorry. And I see that over and over in everything. And even with this, how was he given full custody when he had assaulted her at age 16? He got her drunk and high, and he assaulted her. And nobody ever dealt with it. It was brushed over. She was pregnant at 16. By 20, he would have custody of Corey. By the time she was 22, her son would be beat to death. And she is devastated. He's in jail. So that's the outcome of the story. Nobody won. This little boy lost his life at age 6. The sexual assault, still never dealt with. He's still not charged. He's found guilty now of murder, but that assault still holds no weight. I just don't see how this is possible. But this is just one case, and we'll look at others, and we'll see female rights. Because that's my main issue, is the lack of female rights. And this is the States. I'm Canadian. I'm in Canada. So we'll do some Canadian cases. You know, I don't know the variations, the differences between the American laws and Canadian laws. I really never opened a law book. I don't know. This is my unprofessional opinion, but I just don't see a lot of women's rights in the States, in Canada, worldwide. I just don't see it over and over. And I'm not an educated woman, but I'm a smart woman. And I just see women's rights over and over. And then their children's rights are just squashed because if the mom loses their rights, you can't protect your child right. And I know this. And I just see this worldwide. There's a female issue. You'll see a bunch of men everywhere, over and over, dealing with stuff in all the powerful position roles. You just don't see a lot of women. It's 2025. I just think by now, if a 16-year-old says that they've been assaulted by a 21-year-old, there should be an investigation. There should be something. It shouldn't just be not even discussed. It's just overlooked and then continue on with the day. I have a problem with this. I really do. So I just wanted to point that out. I don't know if this is a short or a video. I think it's now a video. I will try to make a better one. I will try to learn to video edit and, sorry, do something with his hair. But on a more serious note, I just see a lack of female rights over and over. I've experienced this. A lot of people I know have experienced it. And it comes always to the cost of the children. Because if the mom loses her rights, she can't mom properly. You can't parent. She reported him over and over. Nothing happened. said about the salt over and over. Didn't matter. And now he's in jail for murder. He's gone. She's devastated. It's just a bad outcome for everybody, you know? So that's all. We need equal rights as men, and we need, when we say something, when a woman or a female makes a claim about something, it needs to be properly dealt with. Like this. He should never have been given custody. He sexually assaulted her. He should have been found guilty of that. And if he had to deal with that, he wouldn't have had custody of him. He wouldn't be in jail now for I don't even know how long. And this child would still be alive. Today he'd be in grade 5. So that's the loss. And I can't imagine how mom feels. I just can't imagine. And then there's the grandparents, you know, on both sides. So the story, I mean, we can do quite the deep dive into the story. That's no problem. But the original problem is at the very beginning. When she's 16 and he's 21. And he feeds her drinks and drugs, whatever. I don't know what it was that she says he gave her. It doesn't matter. She was 16. A pregnancy resulted of that. And that should have been dealt with properly before jumping to the next phase of, oh, your dad, here's your child. Okay, have a great day, co-parenting. He wasn't a parent. He assaulted her. But her rights were overlooked. That's the bottom line, once again. So my heart goes out to them. I just wanted to point this out. That's all. I will try to do a better video. And we will be moving soon. I'm trying to show my plants, but you really can't see them. And I do have a really nice TV stand that I have to bring out. So, but I have to video edit. And it's a beautiful morning. Not much of a window. It will be changing. That's it. Peace. Hopefully we get more rights. It's 2025. My mom didn't have a lot of rights. I still like, it just doesn't seem like a lot has changed. Sometimes some of it, but I don't know. I just feel bad for this little boy. That's it. And the mama. Peace.